who is Macknetik?
Well, I'm a music producer, born in Fort Lauderdale, grew up in Pittsburgh, huge Steelers fan, and started making music, wrote my first song about 10 years ago. Got into music, started playing piano in the second grade. That's why you'll hear piano in literally almost every single song.
So how did you get into music?
Well, I started off writing pop and hip hop mostly, but then got demotivated along the way when simple beats and mumble rap was becoming mainstream. Just didn't inspire me anymore. So my good friend, one of my best friends, turned me on to EDM or electronic dance music, and he asked me if I heard it before, and I said, "Well, you mean techno?" Which I didn't know, and most people actually think that too. So he let me hear it was some Deadmau5, Tiesto, Tritonal, a few of their songs, and I was hooked immediately, and started producing it and learning how to produce it shortly after that. And it just was so inspiring, and all the different aspects of the sounds and music were just something new and fresh, and really motivated me for the first time in a while in writing and producing music. So although I still do pop and hip hop, EDM is my go-to.
How did you get the name Macknetik?
Macknetik. So it's derived from my last name, which is Macknetik. And I've always attracted a lot of people to myself and my antics, really, just like a magnet. And I wanted to do the same thing with my music, attract people to my music in the same way. So Macknetik and Macknetik became Macknetik, and plus it just rolls off the tongue and it stuck.
How would you describe your sound?
So I would say, at least for my first EP that just was released, my biggest influences were Deadmau5, DJ Snake, and Chainsmokers, which I kind of sound like all three if they were mashed together. And of course, because my favorite instrument's piano, been playing it since the second grade, it's pretty much in every single song. In fact, I think it is on every song on the EP, on the album. Even if it's just the end, I have to have it in there. It's my favorite instrument.
Apart from music, what other hobbies do you have?
Well, boating is probably my favorite thing to do. I have a boat, and there's this thing called wakeboarding, which is like snowboarding behind it, connected to a rope. And used to compete doing that actually back in high school. Love bonfires. Tailgating for like sporting events is probably one of my favorite things to do. And so there's this video game, it's called Zelda, which I'm sure you've heard of. It's been out since '92, and they've just made, maybe even before that, a number of games since. And not only is the story great, but the music is actually composed. It's my favorite composer. His name's Koji Kondo, and who made all the video game music, which has actually inspired some of my songs as well.
So what's in the future for Macknetik?
Future for Macknetik. Well, it's very positive. I just released my first EP, 4 songs, both female. There's 4 vocalists on it, both female and male. First song was debuted 2 weeks ago, called Arms from Heaven. I finally feel like I've hit my groove after all these hard years of work and turmoil, and finally got that crisp, clear sound and professional. sound, and so I can compete. And I just can't wait for the world to hear Macknetik's music. I strive to make you feel alive.